Kennywood! Oh my gosh, I've wanted to visit Kennywood for so long, and I can't believe I'm going to Kennywood. There's some huge bucket list roller coasters in that park that I want to ride. Phantom's Revenge being the #1 in that park that I want to ride. Obviously, Steel Curtain closed for this season. I'm devastated, but that's just how it is. I can't believe it, Kennywood! Right, just looking at hotels now. One option that's 20 minutes from Kennywood in Monroeville. I think we'll take that one. Right, that is booked. Wait, let's get on the road. So what do I know about Kennywood? Well, obviously I haven't done any research on it, but from the top of my head, just from general knowledge, I know it's a real classic park and they've got some awesome classic rides and I can't wait to get there. Yeah, super excited for Kennywood. Absolutely beautiful out here. Let me just show you guys. Look at this. Honestly, Pennsylvania is a beautiful state, absolutely beautiful. And as I'm driving out, just thought I'd mention, guys, I'm doing this whole trip for charity. 5 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with dementia. I'm raising money for that terrible disease. If you guys can donate, any amount will help greatly. Link is at the top of the description. Right, here we are. Let's check in. Hey, oh yeah.
Hi. ID, please. You have an actual driver's license on you?
Oh, that is mine. Sorry, I'm from Australia, so ours is probably different.
Oh, very different. Do you have a passport?
I do. Yeah.
So you got the room for the night. Your checkout will be 11 a.m., okay?
No worries.
There you go. You'll be up on the 2nd floor on that end of the hallway, okay?
Amazing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Cheers. 207, 219, 214, 208, 206, 207. All right, plan now is to chill out for a bit and then we're gonna go get dinner, and there's a place that is right near here, which is pretty much why I booked this hotel. Obviously it's close to Kennywood, but there is one of my favorite fast food places just around the corner. Currently heading over to one of my favorite fast food restaurants in the United States. Oh, I'm so hungry. I can't wait.
Nice grab. Cheeseburger, yes sir. Any fries, drinks, or shakes?
We've got both actually.
Cheese dog, got it. Anything on that? A lot of people do like ketchup, mustard, relish.
Let's do that.
Got it. They'll be $29.82. I got 2 patties, 1 dog.
Thank you, man. Five Guys sorted. Let's go. Smells so good. We've got a cheese dog here, we've got a cheeseburger, and the fries with the skin on. That's how you know that they're real potatoes. Unfortunately, the thing about Five Guys is it's getting very expensive. Pretty sure it wasn't that much last time I bought it, so I pretty much spent more on this meal than what I did when I visited Del Grosso's. Very expensive, but it's very good. Here's the cheese dog. Oh, wow. Just come down to this room where I'm staying in this hotel, and there's some chocolate and lollies, and Americans call it candy, that I really want to try. Are they Twinkies? No, they're Dreamies. Are they knockoff Twinkies? Pop-Tarts? I'm grabbing a few of these. All right, got the Dreamies. I think they're knockoff Twinkies. I assume they're pretty similar. It's all right. So sweet. Pop-Tarts. I don't think I've had Pop-Tarts before in my life, so it's on like a cracker? Well, I'm so confused. Not what I was expecting. It's all right. Before I get into bed, let's jump on an Instagram Live. Slaving away here at work while you're on holiday. You might be slaving away, but this challenge is harder than it looks. I think I underestimated this challenge, to be honest.
So when you landed in DC, you weren't that far from me.
Yeah, dude, I was trying to pick up the rental car. It took 2 hours and a half.
Oh, is that right? Look, go ahead and spin that wheel so that way you can just shoot your way over to Santa Claus, Indiana. That'd be a good spot for you.
If you guys want to jump on with the lives, you can follow me on Instagram at That's So Mid. We're also going live on TikTok as well. That's So Mid as well. All right, so just looking for tickets for Kennywood tomorrow. They're literally only $50. Well, including tax. Look at that. $55. That is so cheap for a massive theme park like Kennywood. Parking, $20. Standard, isn't it? I mean, it's probably cheap compared to some other parks. Right, ticket has been purchased. Oh, I'm gonna get some sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning. Time is currently 9:46, meaning the park opens in just over an hour. Ah, right, let's get up. I need to get some coffee. I'm struggling here. Just checking out, man. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Right, here we are.
Hi, welcome, sir. That's okay with you.
Hey, can I just grab a iced caramel latte, bacon gouda and egg sandwich?
Well,
Cheers. Cheers. Awesome. Thank you very much. Cheers. Have a good one. Needed this. Right, let's get to Kennywood.
Morning.
Hi, one day parking.
Yeah.
That goes on your dash.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Cheers. Well, here we are, Kennywood. Looks absolutely incredible. You can see off in the distance, Phantom's Revenge. Let's get inside the park. I'm heading straight to Phantom's Revenge. You can see the first drop right here. The only thing I know about this ride is the first drop is not the biggest drop on the ride. It actually drops off the side of the cliff there. This is definitely my most anticipated at this park. I'll see you guys when I get off my very first ride on Phantom's Revenge. Oh my God, Phantom's Revenge. What was that? That was nuts. Like, words can't describe the airtime on that. It's just different to any coaster I've been on. The lap bars don't even touch your legs at all. It's a weird lap bar. It comes from the side and then goes over you, but it doesn't really do anything anyway. So pretty much when you're hitting some airtime hills, I was almost standing up, like standing completely up on the ride. Crazy airtime. Let me just show you guys this second drop into the valley. It goes up here and you drop off. Honestly hard to get around there to give you guys a good shot of it, but I'll show you this crazy airtime hill. You hit this airtime hill just here, you get absolutely thrown out of your seat. You're pretty much standing up the whole time. That is some of the wildest airtime I've ever had on a roller coaster. That is probably in my top 25. Incredible coaster, incredibly smooth. What a ride. All right, so the plan is to knock out all the coasters first, and then we'll get to the iconic flat rides that they've got here. But honestly, I don't know any other coasters in this park. There's one right here, Thunderbolt. We're just gonna jump on Thunderbolt right now. Looks quite old. We'll see how we go. I'll see you guys when I get off Thunderbolt. All right, Thunderbolt. That was actually incredible. I love that. It's actually very smooth for what I'm assuming is a pretty old coaster. Now, some negatives about that ride. One train again. Hopefully that's not a theme of the whole day today. And another weird thing is you have to ride with someone. You can't be on your own. So I had to find a random to sit with. You can't sit by yourself, which is quite a weird thing. I've never had that on a coaster before. But honestly, this park, what I can tell is using the terrain to their advantage, because that thing just drops straight out of the station. There's no lift hill to start off with. You drop off and then you hit the lift hill. Yeah, it's actually really good, really smooth. And the final thing is, I'm thinking this park doesn't have too high safety standards because they don't have like air gates where you get onto the ride. It's just like a yellow line and you just have to stand behind it. So, yeah, I don't know. But Thunderbolt, what an absolutely incredible wooden coaster. Loved it. Right, can already tell this day is gonna be super busy. There's so many school kids here. We're just gonna have to deal with it today. I'm heading around to a wooden coaster called Racer now, because my thoughts is that's definitely on 2 trains. So, right, here it is. Racer. Awesome entrance sign. I'll see you when I get off Racer. All right, just had my ride there on Racer, and I just have to say it, the first time this trip that I have to say it, it was pretty mid. I haven't said it this whole trip yet, and yeah, that ride's pretty mid. The only good thing about that ride is the last drop. You get some good airtime on it, but the rest of the ride, very mid. That's actually weird. It's pretty much like a Mobius loop coaster. Like, I started on the left side, I was on the left train, we went off, and then we come into the brake run, and I was on the right side, so that's confused me. But other than that, pretty mid ride, on to the next. And while I'm over at this side of the park, I have to address the elephant in the room. Steel curtain, unfortunately closed for the season. I mean, even if it was open for the season, I probably wouldn't have got on it because it would have been closed anyway. It's unfortunate. It does look pretty crazy off-ride. But yeah, S&S, please fix this. But it does look incredible. I'm quite sad I'm not gonna get on it. While I'm in this section of the park, I'm just gonna jump on Jack Rabbit. Looks like quite an old coaster. And the only thing I know about this ride is it's got a double down on the first drop. That's about it. That's all I know. Hopefully it's not too rough because of the age, but let's go for a ride on Jack Rabbit. Are you kidding me? What? Okay, first off, I got it wrong. The double down isn't the first drop. Again, these coasters use the terrain to their advantage and it's done very well. Secondly, there was 2 trains running on that, so that's the first coaster I've seen today running 2 trains, apart from Racer, which obviously has 2 trains. Okay, next thing, there is only a seatbelt on that. Only a seatbelt. What? The insane airtime you get on the double down. I don't know how you can only have a seatbelt on that. I don't normally get surprised on rides, but I was literally floating in the air for about 2 seconds on that double down. That is some crazy airtime. What a ride. It is a bit rough, pretty old, but all in all, one of the craziest airtime moments I've ever had on a roller coaster. Right, I've just made my way into the kids area. There is one coaster here called Lil Phantom. Here it is here. It looks like it is unfortunately closed. Not a big issue because it is a kiddie coaster. I don't really care. Yeah, as you can see, that's all right. I mean, I think according to my knowledge, that means we've only got 2 coasters to go. So we're actually getting through them pretty fast, which is not too bad. One is Skyrocket. That had a huge line at the start of the day, so I'm hoping it's gone down a bit. And then the final one is Exterminator, I think it's called, which is an indoor coaster. So let's go to Skyrocket. Right, heading down towards Skyrocket now. Just look at this park. It's absolutely beautiful. Very lush. So old school as well. Skyrocket says it is 45 minutes. I mean, that's lower than what it was in the morning. So really keen to check this one out. 45 minutes, Skyrocket. Let's jump on. I don't really know much about this ride, to be honest. From looking at it right now, it looks like it has a launch into a top hat. So let's go for a ride. All right, just been on Skyrocket. It does have shin guards. They are padded. It still comes down on your shins quite hard, and that's probably the downside of this ride for me. So you come out of the station straight into the launch, and this launch is quite good. The first half was great. The launch is good up into the top hat. You get some good airtime at that moment and some really good inversions. You get lifted out of your seat quite a bit, but unfortunately the second half was a bit mid. It was a bit slow. I did enjoy it, but that second half wasn't amazing. Time is now 1:50 and we've only got 1 coaster to go, unless that kiddie coaster opens back up again, but I don't think it will. But yeah, 1 coaster to go and we've been here under 3 hours, making really good time here, which should give me enough time to get on their dark rides and their flat rides as well. Right, currently heading towards the Exterminator indoor coaster. Know nothing about this. It says 120 minutes. That's not good. It is the last one I've got to do though, so I might just wait it out. Right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wait it out. Hopefully it's not 120 minutes, but we'll see. All right, just been on the Exterminator. It said 120 minutes. It was about half an hour, and it also went down for 10 minutes, so it wasn't as bad as what they said. In terms of the theming, it was really promising going up the lift hill, and then the theming just died off the further you got through the layout. It was a spinning wild mouse, so pretty typical layout for one of them. All in all, pretty mid. Before I head to the classic flat rides here and get on some dark rides, I'm gonna get some food. Now, the only food that I've heard that I need to get at Kennywood is potato patch fries or something like that. So I did walk past it before, so I'm gonna head over there. Right, here's the place here, the potato patch. Let's get in line and grab some. Hey, can I just grab the cheese fries? Thank you. Here's what we're dealing with. Potato patch fries, got cheese on it as well. Now those are some real fries. I've got 3 rides I want to go on before I leave, but before I head to them, I want to show you this ride here. I'm not going to go on this one, but it looks so unique. It looks so weird. It's called the Turtle. Have a look at this. That is such a weird ride, but that's super cool. Here's the first ride I want to go on. I was walking past this and I saw it and I was like, I need to go on this. This ride here is Noah's Ark, and it caught my eye because it won a Golden Ticket Award, presented 9 times from 2010 to 2018, the best funhouse walkthrough attraction. A boat's just like moving. It looks crazy. You actually walk in it? Oh my gosh, there's people walking in it. This is going to be interesting. All right, unfortunately you can't film in there, so I'll see you guys when I get off. Right, I just come out of Noah's Ark. That was very odd. That was very odd. Like the boat is like moving when you're inside of it, and there's also stairs in there as well, so when you're going downstairs you're kind of moving back and forward as well. Quite confusing, but it was okay. All right, I'm gonna head to the next ride. I have no idea where it is though. Ah, here it is. I found it. This is the Kangaroo. You get launched off there. Such a classic ride. You didn't think I could come all the way from Australia and not go on the Kangaroo, right? Let's go for a ride on Kangaroo. See when I get off. Right, I'm calling it now. This park has some of the most unique airtime in a theme park. That ride had a lap bike, but it doesn't use it. Like, you have a seatbelt, and that's the main restraint on the ride. Like, most of their rides here have a restraint, but it's not even used. Like, the only ride I can think of at the moment that used it was Skyrocket, because it come down and crushed your shins. That was an awesome classic ride, Kangaroo. As I was on that ride, I saw my next ride that I'm going to right now. Right, here it is here. Old Mill. I have no idea what it is, but it looks like it's got an awesome facade, so really keen to see what's inside. Well, as I'm walking up to the ride, I can see that it's a boat ride. Goes into this building here. Looks so cute. Oh my gosh. This might be the hidden gem of this park. Super keen to check this one out. I'll see you when I get off the Old Mill. All right, just been for my ride there on the Old Mill. What I can tell from it is I think it's very dated. Must be pretty old. Some of the animatronics weren't working, and from what I can tell, it must be like themed to a picture book or something, because in every scene there was like a title or there was like a caption there describing the scene. And then I think it's pretty much about some dude who tries to escape from prison. He's like a skeleton or something, and then at the end he gets hung. So it was okay, but me personally, I'm not a fan of the neon light theming. Just feels a bit tacky to me. Well, there we go. We've been on all the rides that I wanted to get on today. I know there is one more dark ride that's like a shooting dark ride, but I'm not really a big fan of shooting dark rides, so I'm gonna skip that one. But I'm gonna try and finish the day on Phantom's Revenge, get a back row ride on Phantom's Revenge. But the line says it's very long, so I'm gonna go check it. The app hasn't been very accurate today anyway, so the other problem is it's also just running one train, so it's gonna be a long wait nonetheless. Going up the lift hill now. Such a good ride though. I really want to get on it again. Right, I was just about to walk off and not actually go on it because it's a long line, but I've just seen that they've put the second train on, so it should be a bit faster. The op should be a bit faster. I'm gonna make my last ride here at Kennywood on Phantom's Revenge. Making my way to the station now. Thought I'd show you the second drop. Comes down here, drops off the valley. Look at that, look how steep it is. It goes all the way down there. Such a steep drop down into the valley. And it was definitely not 90 minutes, I'll tell you that much. I've only waited about 10 minutes so far. Quickly show you guys the restraints. And see how they just lift up on the side. They pretty much don't even go on your lap. You don't even need them. It's just seatbelts. Such a weird restraint system, but it's perfect for airtime. I'll see you guys when I come off my second ever ride on Phantom's Revenge. Well, I'm currently walking back up the entryway. I was the next car. I was on the next train, and Phantom's Revenge closed. Not due to technical difficulties, closed due to the weather, apparently. It's not raining right now. I haven't seen any lightning. I don't know. I don't know how this park can be so not strict on safety on their rides, and then it's not even raining and they're closing rides when it's, what? What's going on? Unfortunately, I won't get my last ride on Phantom's Revenge. I did get a ride early today though, and it was incredible. Definitely the best in the park. All right, let's head outside the park and I'll tell you guys my full thoughts on Kennywood. Just started to rain a little bit. I'm pretty sure our rides back home in Australia don't close in light rain. They only close with lightning. So let me give you my full thoughts on Kennywood. Absolutely beautiful park. Absolutely beautiful. It was a lot smaller than what I was expecting, actually. The land size, I thought it was going to be a bit bigger, but I guess they've only got from here until the river to work with. So obviously, standout coaster for me, easily Phantom's Revenge. Sad I couldn't get a ride on it at the end there, but got that first ride and it was incredible. Thunderbolt surprised me as well. And that first half of Skyrocket, solid. But yeah, that's Kennywood. We have to spin a compass now. All right, so what parks are we looking at? We're currently here at Kennywood. North would be Waldemere, unfortunately closed. It is a Wednesday tomorrow. Niagara Falls Amusement Park closed. Six Flags Darien Lake closed. Seabreeze closed. So unfortunately it looks like again we won't have a North Park. West, we have the one and only Cedar Point. Now South's a funny one. I was thinking it might be Camden Park. Camden Park's here. However, Camden Park actually falls in at 227 degrees on the bearings there. And 227 is in the west. So because Cedar Point is closer, Cedar Point is the west. So what is south? What is south? We're looking at King's Dominion. And east, unfortunately, Idlewild is closed again tomorrow. So our east is Knoebels. All right, today I'm actually gonna get someone to spin the wheel for me and they're gonna determine where I go. I'm heading back to the front of the park now. Let's go find someone to spin the compass. Hey lads, can I ask you guys a favor? So pretty much I'm spinning this compass. Can I get one of you to spin it? So pretty much whatever you spin, I have to go do tomorrow. I can't go north, by the way. North is out of the question. Here we go.